Now let's begin the web application pen testing portion of the lectures. My initial focus will be on the Open Web Application Security Project, or OWASP. To recap, this organization made a list of the top 10 most critical web application security risks, which is recognized as an industry standard. We'll be covering the most recent version of this list at the time of this recording, which was updated in 2017. Check out the resources attached to this lab and all subsequent labs, as I'll attach the commands and several relevant documents. The first of the OWASP top 10 is A1, injection. This focuses upon the exploitation of poorly designed applications which are susceptible to attacks such as SQL, OS, LDAP, XPath, or regex injection. This allows an attacker to execute unintended commands or access unauthorized data by sending untrusted data to an interpreter as a part of a command or query. Interpreters regularly execute instructions written in scripting languages such as Python or Perl. Perhaps the most prevalent version of injection is SQL injection, which is what will be demonstrated during the course of this video. SQL injections, as defined by OWASP, are attacks that consist of insertions or injections of a SQL query via the input data from the client to the application. Successful SQL injection exploitation can result in unauthorized access or modification to data, and the execution of administrative operations on a database. Let's take a look at altoromutual.com. This is an intentionally vulnerable website used to simulate a variety of web application vulnerabilities. If you click Sign In, you'll see an online banking login page, and it accepts a username and a password. Let's try entering a single quote for the username and a single quote for the password. As you see, we have an error. It's rather verbose. Has a OLEDB command string, which represents a SQL statement or stored procedure to execute against a data source. This is a clear indication that this website may be vulnerable to SQL injection. Let's fire up Burp Suite to see what a login looks like over the wire. First, we're going to have to set up our web browser as a proxy. So click Open Menu, click Open Preferences, Advanced, Network, Settings, Manual Proxy Configuration. Put in the IP under the HTTP proxy 127.0.0.1. The port I'm going to choose will be 9500. Remove the No Proxy For box, delete all of the entry there, and click this checkbox, Use this proxy server for all protocols. Click OK. Start Burp Suite. Click Next. Start Burp. Click Proxy. Click Options. Edit. Change the port to the port that was selected in Firefox. Mine was 9500. Click OK. Should be working at this point. Let's go back. Turn the proxy off for one moment. The intercept is off. So I'm going to enter username and password of admin. Turn the intercepting on in Burp Suite. Click Login. Here we go. So I can take these parameters here, copy to clipboard, and we're going to use SQL map in order to see if we can automatically exploit this website. So to do that, SQL map, going to enter the URL. Make sure to enclose that in double quotes. -- data equals double quote. And I'm just going to paste the parameters that I pulled here from Burp Suite. And that with a double quote. -p for the parameter. I'm going to try to exploit the UID parameter. And turn off intercepting. Right away it tells that it is injectable. All right, so we have a payload here that will allow us to bypass the authentication mechanism. Let's go ahead and use that. Go back to the login screen here. Turn on the intercept. Click Login. Now we're going to replace these parameters with what SQL map discovered we can use to bypass the authentication. I'm going to forward that traffic. As you see here, we're now logged in as the admin user. We can also do this manually from the web browser. Let's quickly take a look at how that's done. I can type in Jesse, single quote, or single quote 1, single quote equals single quote 1. Copy that and use the same thing as the password. As you see here, we're able to circumvent authentication as well. And I will go into more depth of how that works soon. Let's go ahead and start up WebGoat. Go ahead and start up WebGoat. Java-jar. Name of the WebGoat server. -- server.port equals 9090.